I'm tempted to sing the Mind Diamond song Earape right now.
What?
Because I'm literally mining diamonds in Asteroid.
Oh.
My diamonds!
壊したい大事そうに抱えた私を全部君がこの孤独を痛みを癒すの
And on that note, welcome to dia.log, the Gamer Matters podcast. Oh,
Season 2!
Season 2, we have been reincarnated. And
Someone actually renewed us for Season 2.
without any payment. As you all know, we are back in action. It's been quite a while since we recorded our last episode. It was like, what, last year? Obligatory last year joke.
It's obligatory last year joke.
And let's just introduce the panel, quick and short. We have the usual suspects. We have one Amiral. Wam, say hello.
Hajimemashite, fellow Nihonjin.
Yeah, live after post Japan. Pilgrimage, Wam Amiral. Next we have Daniel, say hello. Hold on,
Okay.
Daniel,
Yeah, hello.
are you here? Please, we are starting a new season in the right foot,
Am
please.
I still here? Hello.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hello.
So, me heart attack. And of course, we have Anan, say hello.
What up?
And I am Amirul Microtransactions, and we have a whole new episode to record and to discuss about stuff relating to video games and video games adjacent. So yeah,
How was everyone's New Year, guys?
New
What do you
Year.
mean New Year's? I've been stuck in finals for 3 months, almost a month. No, wait, almost a year now.
Since last year.
Please save my soul.
Nothing much around me. Anan, anything?
Nope.
Yeah, so
I spent my New Year's, I was watching Fate Stay Night with my brother in a hotel room with no subs.
Hardcore. Nice.
Hardcore.
Where are the subtitles?
double sub.
Listen, man.
No.
The best thing is because it was Heaven's Feel, right? The new Fate
Oh,
Stay Night
yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, my brother was like, shouldn't we wait till we have the option to watch it with subs? I'm like, listen, we don't need subs for Heaven's Feel. All you have to know is Zoken Mato is a prick. That's all you have to know.
Yep.
And sure enough, he was like, yeah, I kind of get the plot for Fate Stay Night for Heaven's Feel. I'm like, yeah. See, all you have to know is Zoken Mato equals bad. And everything else is superfluous.
Interesting.
Also, I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer for the second part, but they have this song by Aimer for the second part. It's so high. Eme, is that how it's pronounced?
Eme.
Yeah.
French.
Eme. Okay. But yeah, it's fucking hype as shit, dude. Like,
Eme is always
she
hype.
but she usually does rock ballady shit kind of. This one is just more rock, less ballad.
Who's the composer?
I can't remember. Hold on. I'm looking for it to put it in the chat, so you guys can do the thing. I went to the shrine on New Year's Eve, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. Yeah, so yeah, if in case people don't haven't got on, Wam went to his pilgrimage to Japan these past 2 weeks.
Yep. It was great. I am now Tuan Haji Gundam. I guess that's the topic we're leading with. I guess question mark.
I guess basically this is the 1 power we're starting right now. Boom, take it away.
Season 2 we're starting with a power hour.
So yeah, what
But,
what anything else interesting in Japan? Do you go to the no, from urban legends that I heard that right now in some certain malls in Japan, it gets way kinkier each floor you go up.
I did not find any shopping mall like that, unfortunately.
Oh, okay, good.
Because
I do
I
not
would have-
want to.
I would have loved to have
Can you-
found
can you-
that.
Say that again, Matt. I didn't catch you.
No,
What-
so
what's the room?
basically in some certain shopping malls, like stuff like ground floor is just like normal otaku stuff, but then you keep on going up one floor and up one floor, stuff gets way too kinky, like hentai, and then what's they call it, AV stuff, and then more hardcore BSM things, and that's what I heard
Oh
lah.
yeah,
Maybe that thing is at Animate or something.
Probably, but
I went to Animate. It wasn't really that much. It was just kind of like normal, I think.
Maybe
yeah,
another chain.
probably my hearsay is very the story has been exaggerated. I haven't been to Japan. I don't know.
Probably.
I did, however, find religion in anime because they have a wall just covered in Akane Shinjo from Gridman.
God damn it. Oh
the personal
boy.
shrine. The hacky personal shrine.
So I was just like, if you follow my social media, I posted a photo of it. I was just like, RT to have a photo of God on your timeline.
Oh, just
Now
in
you've
time
been
for
to
the.
Japan. Now you've been to Japan, you'll be tempted to just stay on the left of the escalator every time you ride it. Trust me.
No, Japan was like, all the train stations were like, stay on the right. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Huh?
No,
What?
not stay on the right. I mean the escalator. I mean when you're at escalator, you stay on the left side.
Huh.
Escalator going up.
Then you stand left side. Going up, going down.
Most of the time it was like empty, so I didn't have to worry about that kind of shit too much.
Mm.
Oh yeah, but yeah, fucking Akiba Power Hour. More importantly,
Yeah.
went to fucking Akiba with my bro, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there is this building with just a giant poster of Sakurajima Mai on it, and I'm just like,
I need to
Another
look this
idol.
up.
Another
she's
god idol.
from she's from Bunny Girl Senpai.
Oh, that thing. Okay.
The whole thing is like she's like an actress, and she in the anime she does like a lot of product placement stuff. So in the anime she's sponsored by a real world brand. So that brand like actually has like some sort of cross promotion thing with where they have photos of her like drinking their product.
Oh.
My
Pro tip: don't Google Sakura Bunny Girl just like that unless you are really into that sort of stuff. It's not going to be
That's
shown
not,
on the video
Oh
feed.
yeah, Comic Cat.
It's
Yeah.
on.
Oh yeah, Comic Cat just ended.
Oh boy.
So-
Okay.
Oh.
Continue. Sorry, just a segue.
Yes, sir. Main big highlight, got to visit the giant Gundam in Odaiba.
Nice.
If
They
anyone
changed to the
remembers,
unicorn, is it? They can't get
yeah,
that.
they can change to the unicorn. The first time I went twice. So the first day I went, it was just like a generic thing where they play the unicorn theme and the unicorn transforms. I was like, oh, that's so fucking cool. Then my last day in Tokyo, decided to go one more time, and they fucking played the 80s ass Gundam theme. Like I don't know if you've ever heard it. It's called Tobe Gundam, and it's beautiful. It's essentially the greatest piece of music ever produced for anime. And they fucking played it. I was just like, oh, God bless you, crazy bastards. And then the running joke has always been that when I go to Japan, it would be to tawaf the Gundam. Like that would be that's why I am now the Tuan Haji Gundam.
Oh, God.
And right before we left, I was just like, I need to do something. And my mom, I was like, oh, I tried to, because the Gundam is like a fence around it. And
Mhm.
because of the way the feet are arranged, some parts of the feet are closer to the fence than the other. It's not really a fence, it's like a very short, like, divider.
I don't like where this is going, but sure, please.
Oh, I think I know where this is going.
So I was like, earlier when there wasn't many people, like I wanted to touch the toe because it's like very close to the divider, and my brother kept going like, no, please don't, please don't. And finally, I was right before we left, I mentioned it to my mom. My mom's like, go lah, and I was like, okay, cool, I have maternal blessing. So I left my gunpla with my mom and like bolted out of the shopping mall to get to the courtyard, and like run in and like touch the toe, and then I saw my brother was actually behind me, like recording the whole thing. So he was like, "Oh, I didn't catch that." I was like, "Okay." So I did it again, and then dabbed, and then ran. I was like, "I own 6 unicorns. I can do this."
I was hoping that you would kiss the toe, but maybe there's a bit too much fetishes on your side, which I can understand.
No, man, that statue was gross. It's out in the it's outside like 24/7. Like, no, that's weird. I'm not doing that. But yeah, touch the toe, man. Got to touch the Gundam. Took a lot of photos. If you are a Gundam fan, you'll know that the poster for Gundam Narrative has those 3 dudes doing the weird ass pose. I'm gonna put this in the chat now. So I'm gonna put it in the chat right now.
Where's the way? Right here.
The photo ended up fucking up, but my brother and I essentially found like a rando and got him to do the poses.
Okay, you need to send that picture of you doing that pose, and I need to compare it side by side just to see how accurate or inaccurate you guys are posing. Because oh my god, this is a very dramatic pose.
It's quite inaccurate because I'm not going to fucking crawl between the legs of some rando that I just met in Japan, but
it's a very dramatic poster. If you like the easier comparison, I would say is something like the old Star Wars poster, the original Star Wars poster. It's the same spirit, but not exactly that.
Not exactly that. It's a bit weirder because Japan.
So if someone wants to Google that image, what would they search for?
Gundam Narrative pose or Gundam Narrative poster because it's on the poster as well.
Alright, gotcha.
And then I think this is this is the photo. And then for Christmas we went to USJ, the Universal Studios. That was funny because Utara Subang Jaya.
Sorry, Subang Jaya. I keep you not.
Local Malaysian joke count 1.
Okay, so the whole thing was I did a lot of weeb shit in Tokyo, right? And because we moved around, we went from Tokyo to Osaka to Kyoto. I was like, okay lah, we're done with Tokyo. The weeb shit ends now. Now we do like all the stuff my parents want to do, you know, which is more like cultural shit. So we get to Osaka, we leave our bags at the apartment that we're staying at. And then so my mom's like, oh, let's go walk to the aquarium because we stayed very near to the aquarium. We walked to the aquarium. Opposite the aquarium is a museum. There's a huge poster on the museum. I say huge. I mean like it's literally the entire side of the building. It's fucking Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's like, oh, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure 35th anniversary exhibit. And I was like, well, fuck, I'm going for that now. Kono Dioda! So, exactly. So I was just like, well, fuck. So I asked my parents, like, hey, can we go for this, like, before we leave Osaka? She was like, yeah, sure. And then we also went to, we spent Christmas at Universal Studios. My mom really wanted to go to Harry Potter World. I was like, yeah, you know. Okay, again, no more weeb shit. We're just gonna go to Harry Potter World. And then we get to Universal Studios and we see they brought back the Evangelion ride.
Oops.
And I was like, well, guess we're going for that.
You cannot
so
skip the
and I waited in line for like more than 2 hours. I think we waited in line for the Evangelion ride. It was really fun. And then I spent 4,000 yen on an Eva 01 hit.
Now we have to bring that to Vex now.
Oh yeah. If we do a panel, the Ava 01 hit is coming with me. It's pretty fucking great. It's a popcorn bowl, but you can open the jaw.
What?
You can open the jaw and the eyes light up.
Okay.
But yeah, might even get some Garrett's popcorn and just fill it up.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
time someone gets, if we start fighting on the panel, then I'll just open the Ava hit and start
Just
eating
go on.
popcorn.
slowly push it to the Anan corner of the room.
Yeah,
Like even right now.
Mm.
Nah, he's busy mining, don't worry.
But yeah, so that's all the cool stuff I did in Japan. Oh, I played Pokken at the arcade. I did a lot of arcade shit as well. Got to play DMC5 demo. That was amazing. But we're also getting the DMC5 demo next month, so not gonna bother talking about it yet.
Yep.
But yeah, so that was Japan trip. Bought a
Wait,
shit
hold on.
ton
Are
of
you
grandpa.
forgetting something? Are you forgetting some very big thing?
Oh, one big news. You have to declare on this podcast now. We all know about
Yep.
it now.
Oh, well, what was it again? So put it in the chat so I know what we're talking about.
Let me
Come.
spell it for you.
Come on, it's the biggest announcement
Okay.
that we have to make.
Oh,
We have
Oh shit! I forgot about this. Yeah.
Reggied!
Reggie!
Thank
I own
you.
the Switch now.
And
After you updating.
I do hereby declare that Juan Amiro is now our Switch correspondent for GamerMatters.com.
I got Reggied. I got fucking Reggied while I was in Japan.
So how did it happen?
Oh, so we were in our last day in Tokyo, we were in Shinjuku. So not our last day in Tokyo, our second last day in Tokyo, yeah. We went to Shinjuku and cause my mom wanted to go to this electronics store to look at camera shit. And I saw the Switch was like super discounted. It was like 300 ringgit cheaper than KL? Question mark. It's
Around
it was
900.
like
Yeah.
it's 1.5 in KL. But
Ooh.
So you bought around like 1.2k
Yeah.
Malaysia ringgit lah.
yeah,
Rough conversion.
rough conversion, yeah.
Okay,
And then there were a few more discounts where it basically ended with the Switch plus a bag that I bought for it was the same price as the original discounted price of the Switch.
Okay
Ooh.
lah. That's okay. Hold on.
And then like a few days later, I fucking bought Dark Souls because I'm a fucking weeb ass bitch.
Like hold
Yeah,
on,
you're saying
there's no sort of region locking, or there's no like what you say disadvantage of buying the console from outside of your personal region, right? Is
The
it?
main disadvantage is warranty. Because
Ah.
warranty is
yeah.
under different companies.
Under Nintendo itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So that's
yeah,
the main thing.
in terms of games, that should be not a problem. Even there's not even a Asia region for Nintendo.
That's not even a reason.
The Southeast Asia support.
Besides Singapore, that's all.
Oh yeah, only Singapore. Well, better than nothing, I guess. Alright lah. So at least now, if
Yeah.
somehow we got opportunities to review a Switch game, which we actually did last year, believe it or not. Now we have someone to pass it on now, regardless of where we got it. Okay, cool.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Switch is fucking cool. By the way, Pokken is a great game. Great fighting game, by the way. I want to buy it, but it's also still full price on the store, so I'm just like,
That's another disadvantage with the Nintendo ecosystem. It's hard to see them going on sale or discounts.
yeah, I almost bought Hyper Light Drifter again, by the way. Such a good game. Hyper Light Drifter. But to move on to the next topic, because I feel like I've been going on for a while.
14 minutes. I'm keeping count this time. See, improvement for season 2.
Improvement season 2, the clock works. Netflix released a choosy called Bandersnatch, part of the Black Mirror.
Oh yeah, Black Mirror series, very good.
It's pretty cool because they started this with Minecraft Story Mode, which is also on Netflix.
Almost
Where you-
questionable, but it's actually really good.
Yeah, they removed the QuickTime stuff, so it's just decision making.
Hold on. Is the how do you say the delivery of the delivery of the format is Bandersnatch and Minecraft Story Mode uses the same thing? Does it look the same?
I don't know about Minecraft because I don't care about Minecraft.
I've tried it. Yeah, it's basically like 4 boxes, pick one. Basically like the PC version or the console version of the game, but without the quick time events. That's all.
Is it the same interface as what you expect from like watching Bandersnatch on Netflix?
Yes and no. It still has the Telltale punya boxes.
I see. No, because I was wondering about does this thing have any connection to Telltale? Because we do know that Telltale has been working, one of their last projects before their demise was actually porting a few of the games like Minecraft Story Mode to Netflix, which is a streaming platform. If you guys haven't not know yet, we are talking about a streaming platform which now have choose your adventure games. So basically, they can not just put on TV shows or movies, they can actually put on narrative games.
Life is changed maybe.
I feel Life is Strange. You need the complexity. The complexity is what makes Life
Oh
is Strange.
the rewind button.
If you're
Dumb
thinking
FME
about
version.
games, FME games that would work well, I would suggest Late Shift. It's a indie. Yeah, I don't think it's good, but I think it's okay in terms of the delivery of all that thing. It has just enough of the the decisions that you can make, like choose between these two or choose between two, and they have enough of a branchy path to at least entice you on playing it again and again for quite a while. So that would be a good fit for Netflix. Also, one of their promos when it was first released, like I forgot, like 2 years ago, it is billed as the first interactive film or something like that. I was like,
Okay.
Netflix might have some issues with that statement.
Interactive.
So on Bandersnatch, it's pretty cool. Like, here's the thing: as a person who plays choosies, I'm just like, it's not much. But I feel like if you've never done it before, it's pretty cool. The route diversity is pretty intense. Like, it's a bit like, unlike Telltale, the choices actually matter, which makes me think Telltale didn't work on this.
Yep.
Like, it actually matters. Like, what you're doing changes depending on what route you pick. So there's one route where it's like government conspiracy. There's another route where like there's a lot of fourth wall breaking.
No. The Netflix.
I didn't do all the routes. The one cool thing is when you complete a route, the game will then rewind itself to an important fork and let you pick again to get the next adjacent route. So I did it until it wouldn't let me go back anymore, and then they were like, "Oh, you want more of the route? You should start back from the start." And I'm like, "I don't really care. I don't want to."
Also, you didn't get the bus ending that, which had
the bus ending.
The bus ending, the last one. I think.
Hold on.
If we've done all the route.
Hold on. Do we want to go to spoilers? Because if we do, we have to mention spoilers. Okay.
I'll just spoil. Yeah, so if you collect all the ending, you will get like this post-credit bus scene, and it will go out. It will play this distinctive tone, which is what people think the Commodore 64 loading punya sound.
The loading
also
sound
a QR code from a Commodore 64 ke apa? I don't remember.
Yeah, probably that thing, because that was the PC, basically the console equivalent of that time.
Yeah, it's also PC. Going out a QR. Yeah, it's also going out a small QR code when you match out the sound, which leads to another game, which is actually really cool.
Oh,
what game is that?
Oh, is that
Uh,
the actual Commodore 64 game that you can actually play in the emulator?
Yep, that's the one.
Right. Yeah,
I thought it
I
was cool.
Is it a Commodore or Spectrum ZX?
It's not. They
we
said it in the movie. I forgot lah.
Anan, you should fact check that one because either two. That was the I think British computers in the late 80s. Either those two are the same timeline.
It's
But yeah.
it's what? I think it's a Commodore.
So the whole thing, no, at least I didn't actually like consume the content as it should. I just saw the whole spoilers by looking at the flowchart. And
Oh
so,
yeah, the photo is so good.
yeah, so watching at the flowchart, and all I have to say is, yeah, that's quite a cool. That's quite a good set of branching paths that you can do, which is cool. And the best thing about a whole zeitgeist, because I was one of the guys seeing from afar at the whole hype of Bandersnatch, and the interesting thing that I saw is all of my non-gamer friends, the regular casual watchers of Netflix,
Ignore.
suddenly that I'm not going to use that, but yeah, sure, the norms. Those guys, when they were blown away with this sort of interactive content, which is saying that yeah, the Netflix is breaking some boundaries. Even though for us gamers, this is basically like run of the mill thing. We have seen it countless
Just
of
another
times.
Tuesday.
Just another choosy game. But for the majority of the mainstream folks, it is quite an interesting journey until the zeitgeist died around like 2 to 3 days and say, the movie's shite.
Here's my thing, right? It's like, it's cool because again, it gets more people into the idea of choosing and stuff. But I've always had like an issue with Black Mirror.
Oh,
It's kind of like, I like Black Mirror on its own. Okay, I guess the more accurate way to say it, I like Black Mirror. I hate Black Mirror fans
yeah.
Oh yeah.
because, like, I love the idea of anthology sci-fi. Like, I feel sci-fi has been ruined by celebrities. Where it's like, oh, it's this actor's. No, sci-fi is just supposed to be creepy. Like, it's supposed to be a bunch of like D-list actors talking about technology. It's like that's real to me. That's pure sci-fi, and I love that. But then on the other hand, because Black Mirror talks a lot about like modern technology, right?
Yep.
And now, so everyone's like, oh, I watch Black Mirror. Man, isn't it creepy how like AI is gonna become sentient? And I'm like, no, that's fucking stupid. Like, because whenever I say, because if you know me, you know I am actually like quite concerned about like about technology stuff, like stuff like selling information and stuff. So. And the problem is, people lump me in with these people. They'll be like, oh, I bet you're worried about AI becoming sentient. I'm like, I'm really not. I don't give a shit. We don't even treat people like people. Why do we care about if we suddenly treat our phones like people when we barely treat people like people?
We don't need a 5-star ranking review system to even do that. We have already done so. Unconsciously.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. People are like, ooh. Like, no, we already do that, and that's why I hate Black Mirror fans. They are appropriating tech doomsayer culture. But yeah, so all that aside, Bandersnatch is cool, and I like what it's doing. It's just at the same time, I hate anyone who acts like they're the first people to do this. Because there's a literal whole subset of gaming based on this, and one company that went to shit because they couldn't manage.
You know.
That being said, though, this is my first FMV game. Like, I have never played an FMV game.
Well,
and
thank God that I did not put anyone here to suffer through the quiet man.
$50 is still so expensive.
No. But I appreciate that at least as an FMB game, it is decent. Decent enough to get people interested in this format. So yeah, we won't know until like maybe next year or so we're going to see Netflix exclusive Contradiction 2, Spot the Liar.
Oh, that would be good. One
Do
thing I am worried about Bandersnatch though is that because its whole plot is meta in the sense that it's about the choosing.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like once they make a normal choosy, like it's not about your ability to choose, like it's not gonna be good. Like I think this succeeded because it was Black Mirror.
Yeah, they will need to like actually write a good story this time. And make those branching narratives work, all mesh into one good storyline, which is still not achievable in video games to a certain extent. So good luck with that,
definitely
Netflix
not by
writers.
Telltale.
Nope.
Not anymore.
Nope. Rip Telltale. Long live Netflix. So yeah, that's the 1 power hour then.
Yeah. So Meck, I hear you've been playing Spyro.
Yeah.
Totally new game.
Yeah.
You've been doing Dark Souls stuff since I was away.
Oh yeah, about that. So my New Year, basically my New Year celebration is basically reliving 1998, 1999 to 2000. Good years, by the way. Spyro Reigninted Trilogy, Gamer Malaya and Gamer Matters Best Remake Remaster Award winner of 2018. Yes, we did give that award earlier before I actually played it, but suffice to say, I've played to the completion of both all three games to 337% completion. By the way,
What is that? No, what is that? Anyway?
I will explain later. So if you still do not know about Spyro, despite listening to all of dia.log, I am very upset about that. But let me just recap. This is the trilogy that sets Insomniac Games to the height they are now. They are now doing Marvel Spider-Man. Spider-Man is sold like 9 million copies. They started humbly with some other game, but their big break was Spyro the Dragon. It's a 3D platformer. It plays something like Mario 64 or Super Mario Odyssey. It's that sort of game. Collectathon. You collect gems. You fight some enemies. The enemies are very easy to defeat. You have only 2 moves, 2 attacks. You can use your flame, you can fire, you can breathe fire, or you can charge them. So it's a very simple game, but it is done to a very good quality in terms of, you need to collect all of these gems, but they are all like on the critical path. They are all laid out so you can follow. If you follow the gems, you can find the exit of the level. So that's one good thing.
Assuming everyone in the audience already knows like how these games work, so how is it as a remaster?
As a remaster, it looks fantastic, but I have some issues. Fantastic in terms of how do I say it? It makes all of the characters pop out more. Like they redesign all of the characters from Spyro 1, like the dragons, which are usually just pellets of. They made actually new assets, new characters from them. Even though the lines they say is just thank you for releasing me, they actually put in the effort of making unique dragons. That's a bit too much, but sure, okay, that looks good. Some of the issues I have is that you know how usually these games use you can see projectiles, not projectiles. You can see projection of enemy attacks or something like that, right? When they remastered the whole thing, some of the effects are a bit muddy or not as clear as you would expect. So let's say, there's a boulder coming from the top that is going to drop down. In the original game, you can see it clearly. This is a big black spot. Do not go to the big black spot, and it keeps on growing until the boulder hits down. But in the remaster, in the remake or / faithful remaster, I had problems because I didn't notice that thing, and I keep on claiming, how do I stop this boulder? This is a cheap game. What is that? And then I figure, oh, that's the projection. Oh, that's the shadows are not that clear. It's not like black spot like that because you have to make it look good. So that's one problem. And also how gems are just like literal. They are just like spread around on the surfaces of the levels. And now that some of the levels have grasses, lush grasses that sway to moving winds, the gems can be obscured a bit. So I spent sometimes like backtracking back and forth. Oh, this is the one gem I missed. God damn it, that grass. That grass does not appear in the original game.
Was it like Dark Souls though?
In Spyro 1, you can actually pretend it is Dark Souls because a lot of the late 90s game design conventions back then is still well alive in Dark Souls. For example, checkpoints are only done by releasing the dragons, the big collectibles that you need to collect from the whole game. So there are a few boss levels where you really, really want to hit that dragon statue just to get the checkpoint, so you can respawn there after if you die for some reason or another.
Ooh.
And
Ooh, that's harsh.
also it's not that harsh, but because enemies are very simple to defeat, you use that 2 attacks. You just have to figure out either you can kill it with fire or you can kill it with the butt of your head by headbutting that guy. It's very simple to that. Just test either two. If that doesn't work, try the other. If that doesn't work, then that means there's a stage gimmick that you have to figure out, which is also just simple reading. What else about Dark Souls?
Well,
Also, no. What are we going to ask, Mom?
I was gonna say was there like how different are Spyro's 1 through 3? Like.
Oh yeah. Before I get that, there is. Back to my last train of thought about the Dark Souls comparison. All of the levels in Spyro 1 and some of Spyro 3 are all those sort of spiraling circles where you can retract where it just double loops back from the start. So if you go from the start and then you go to the finish line and then you get, this is the level exit, and then just look a bit around and then you can find, that's the level start again. Similar to the optional routes, you can consider that as a opening of a shortcut as you were, because it also goes into like figure out some tricky platforming stuff you have to do, jump here or glide there, and then you are treated to a lot of optional collectibles that you can collect. After that, it all loops back to the main circuit. So yeah, those are basically 90s game design conventions, which is why people love Dark Souls. So yeah, back to Spyro 1, 2, and 3. Spyro 1 is like that. As I've been describing a lot of here is from Spyro 1. By Spyro 2, they streamline a lot of things. They tutorialize the whole game better. The first 3 or 4 levels are very easy. You can't just die from falling off a ledge. Also, you can swim now. Before this, Spyro is like many other game characters in the 90s are very allergic to water. Now he can swim. And also by Spyro 2, they put in like Metroidvania style of things where you can collect abilities that you need to unlock. And you need to double back to certain levels from the past that you cannot 100% from just one go because you haven't got that ability unlocked yet. And there's plenty of mini games and interesting mini games too. Like there's one that you have to play hockey, and there's one where you have to do escort missions. That's one's bad. And there's also one where you do puzzles where you know how the puzzles where you have to carry 2 things but you can carry one at a time. Yeah, that sort of thing. But think of it as throwing bean sprouts so you can go platforms. It's a Jack and the Beanstalk reference.
Oh, okay.
Also, you can herd cows.
Spyro is the one with the cart. As one's like you have to get in the mine cart and.
That's Spyro 2. Yeah, and that one is both the best and the worst because it's the best because it's fun going around exploring the routes. But it's the worst because the whole problem about the card thing is when you want to switch lanes, it is not what you expected. When you press right to switch lane, it immediately swerves to the right. And if you like normal gaming conventions, you would think that it will just go to a momentum, like slowly to the right. But no, it swerves immediately to the right, and a lot of times you will be swiping to the right or left too early because you see a dead end at the front, but you did not go close enough to the dead end to switch tracks, and you die, and you have to repeat all over again, over and over again.
So what you're saying is that Spyro is a mat motor?
He's also a pro skater in Spyro 3.
What's
Like
that?
he's a pro skater in Spyro 3. So yeah, the Rumpit boys.
Yeah, Rumpit Spyro.
By Spyro 3 speak Spyro, they put in some of the level design from Spyro 1 and all of the neat things like the mini games and stuff from Spyro 2. They didn't give Spyro more abilities, but instead you get to play as new characters. Like we discussed, there's a kangaroo that has hair and clothes now. Thank God. I think this looks okay now, despite all what my concerns before this. There's a penguin that is basically a helicopter that you have to navigate, and he has missiles.
Oh, so totally not Kazooie.
Let me get back to you there. There's also a monkey with the laser blaster, which all of his levels, all of the side content that you play as him, are references to games. One of them went to first person and it plays like Doom. The other also went into first person, but you can only
Oopsie-woopsie!
Damn.
At least you
timing.
get to use your new technical difficulties art.
Season 2 budget. Okay, back on track. There's also another
Is the
first person.
recording up?
Yeah, still going. The first person thing is that one of them is you don't control the camera just moves like Time Crisis.
Oh,
The
no.
enemies pop up like that. Suddenly, you have to play Time Crisis. One of the levels has a kangaroo, is a side scroller. And then, as I said, Spyro is a pro skater, right? That's totally a Tony Hawk reference. And lastly, there's one level where you have to meet a Tomb Raider called Tara, with very familiar green tops and shorts. Interesting. It was a game of its time, so that's Spyro 3.
I love those though. I love games of their time. Like those are the best because you just get nostalgia for the whole era while you're playing it.
Yeah, since that I've mentioned that I didn't play Spyro 3 to completion, so that was all quite a surprise. I expect late 90s Spyro nostalgia, but I get the whole PS1 era nostalgia, which is cool. So yeah, the whole percentage thing is apparently if you 100% Spyro 1, you get a bonus level, and that bonus level has more collectibles to collect, and you can finish the game at 120%. Spyro 2 did not have 100%, more than 100%, but there is a gallery of mini games that you can play post game. Spyro 3 also follows the similar thing as Spyro 1, but apparently they put 17% instead of 20 for no good reason. I don't know. But yeah, that's why it's still 137%. Just to mess with you. The game wants you to collect stuff. Even after you collect all the stuff, it still rewards you. So yeah. Review is up on gamermatters.com. You can check that out.
Hell yeah. Sounds like a good one.
Yeah,
And sorry?
I like to believe that we should all not regret of giving that game an award. I think it deserves so, even with some of its issues. The new soundtrack, good. The old soundtrack, better. Okay, let's move on.
I hope Combi Christ does the soundtrack for Spyro. No reason. Just want Combi Christ Spyro. Okay, I want to save Daniel's story for last because there's
Oh boy, yeah.
some gold. So now we move over to full-time space grab driver Anan.
Anan, please.
Anan, can you hear us?
Yeah.
He's back from the mines, from the coal mines.
I'm
Close
still
to
mining.
Anan.
Space dwarf.
So Grab driver now, Anan?
Yeah, Grab driver traveling hundreds of light years, and then mining stuff. So because there's a new update in Elite Dangerous, update to mining especially.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
it's much more profitable and more fun mining. So, yeah, I'm taking another career under my belt. So space Grab driver, and also space miner, so that I can collect money, so that I can go space backpacking, traveling around the galaxy.
Tapi bukan Grab does Grab delivery. So you basically
I mean transporting people rather than trading. Transport people literally.
Nice. But yeah, so when did this update come out?
Already 2 weeks, I believe.
Huh.
during
So mining has always been there. It's just that now they've made it more.
Yeah. Mining has always been there, but previously it's only okay. If you want to go mining, you need a high capacity ship, and then a prospector module, and prospector part, and then the mining part you need a laser. Okay, that's all. And then so it's you go to asteroid belt, you scan, you prospect, and then you shoot your laser onto asteroid surface, and then you get resource. Okay, that's one thing. Now mining is improved, so instead of just instead of just using mining laser, you can now shoot a drill missile to go for subsurface. So the resource is under the surface. So you shoot a missile with a drill, then you wait for the timing, press, okay, you get the resource. And there's also another one is deep core mining. Deep core mining, you can literally shoot C4 onto asteroid, so it can break up.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and the resource in the deep core mining is very valuable. Like you can get millions just for a few dozen resource. You can get millions.
So that's why I was watching one of my live stream on Twitch. One of my followers lah.
Yeah.
He had like 16 million already in
Yeah.
Elite Dangerous. I was like, how did he get that much? Okay, now that explains it.
Yeah, the new money update really changed the game in terms of the fun in mining.
I'm glad it's making stuff that wasn't fun before this fun now is part of what updates are supposed to do, not cover lazy developer shit.
Yeah, content development.
Is Elite Dangerous multiplayer, by the way?
Yeah, multiplayer.
I love the
you
word
can
drill
play-
itself, by the way.
It's simple one.
Drill to pierce the
It's
heavens.
simple.
Yeah, exactly. It's the drill that will pierce the heavens.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds cool, man. That sounds like I like the idea that you're a Grab driver, right? So you drop someone off, and then while waiting for them to get done, you go mine a few asteroids.
No, I'll be in the area here. Just holler me.
The future is
So what
just
about
very...
space backpacking?
Sorry, space backpacking. I mean,
Yeah.
not backpacking means traveling around. Okay, so the Elite Dangerous Galaxy is model 1-to-1 to our own Milky Way galaxy. So there's trillions of stars, and total star explored is below 1%. All these years, 0.1%. So there's a chance that you can go out in the void somewhere and find a star, discover yourself. You have to credit your own username there.
Nice.
Oh,
It's like what
like-
No Man's Sky is
Yeah,
tried to do.
a star or a planet, something first discovered by, let's say, Wamirol. You can put it there.
That's really cool.
Wait, is it Elite Dangerous or EVE Online? Which one was it that they basically like have a troop of people like making a convoy to the world beyond to I forgot. There was a news
That
piece
sounds
about
like
that.
Eve. That
That's like
sounds
Eve,
like
yeah.
Eve.
No. Elite Dangerous. Soon in a month or so. There will be a expedition. Like thousands of people
Ooh.
will travel around the galaxy. To map
Yeah, that's the
the
thing.
galaxy.
Because I know that there's one gaming journalist that is embedded in the trip and he is going for a wild ride.
Yeah,
Good luck with that. That's
there will be like
crazy.
more than 1,000 will go for expedition.
Oh.
I love MMOs. I love that you can do it.
So the
Of-
interesting thing about the expedition is that they have like several groups. Okay, this group will just going for mining resource for repair. This group will repair the damaged ships. So one group will be the journalists, one group will be the captains, a group will be the fuel. No, they all have fuel. So another one will be the escort in case somebody gank on them. So it will be like real role playing that I still don't get it.
Oh, foreshadow.
So,
A quick update from Twitter. Arc System Works just posted the best meme.
Oh boy.
So there's this meme because speaking of Netflix earlier, there's this Netflix movie called Bird Box where it's something like you can't see the thing or it kills you.
yeah.
So people always post like Hush, A Quiet Place and Bird Box and they'll be like can't hear, can't speak, can't see. So Arc System Works posted that, except with a fourth photo, and the caption is can't hear, can't speak, can't see, can't escape from crossing fate.
Yeah!
Yes.
Exactly on brand
Place
meme.
Blue Cross Tag Battle deserves more credit. It got forgotten too quickly.
That meme is
But-
quite popular among the meme community. Like the anime memes,
Yeah, man.
it's popular to use for Aqua.
Mm,
Can see, can
Can't-
hear, can do anything.
Yeah.
Cannot be useful.
Okay, so next, I guess, Daniel, what have you discovered?
Oh boy. We are opening a big can of worms with this expose. Or is it?
Alright, so alright, just a bit of a recap. Last week, I was going through Reddit as usual. So I went to our local subreddit, R Malaysia, and I found this. Let me link it to the chat. Just show it to our video feed there. It's for our listeners, it basically says Roblox Malaysia is so bizarre. On the picture, it says that the Malaysian government plane was reportedly crashed in Ipoh due to sabotage issues. The minister in the Prime Minister office, Watamuti, and the Minister of Finance, Lingga N, has died in a plane explosion. If
Oh,
that
Lord.
is-
Dang.
if that is the most political statement in a video game I've seen for Malaysia since I had never actually.
Back up a few steps. So you're saying that the Roblox community in Malaysia has a government, has a working airport, and there are
Yes.
factions that are going to attack the government?
Yes.
You
Actually,
underestimate the role playing community.
So after I saw this post, I went digging, and so here is my second post. They recently had a general election as well, which unlike our own, Barisan National won in this timeline, in this very dark timeline.
That is not the timeline we wanted. Oh boy. The Roblox community did not get the memo, I guess.
Hold on, let me.
I'm
link
watching
another
at
video.
There's a freaking manifesto document
Yeah, that's a
for a Roblox community election. Well,
here's another
national
video.
community.
I'm showing you right now on the chat right now is a video of the swearing in for the Prime Minister. It's exactly like what I saw at 4:30 in the morning during election day last year.
Oh yeah, I forgot it also has like its news channel and
There's a news channel covering Roblox community news.
Yes, I kid you not.
The Roblox Malaysian community. the world is this?
But
They even have good graphics, man. I mean, that's not just a shitty logo. That's a well-produced logo. If you do not know the context, you would actually believe that this is something like coming from official. And then you know, how come these people look blocky? Oh, this is Roblox. This is only
Okay,
Roblox.
so it all comes together like 4 days ago. They had their coronation of their king. Sultan, Sultan Izzat Johor, has been installed as the 7th young Agong of Malaysia, which is our king. And ironically, 2 days before we record this podcast, our very IRL king just stepped down from his post as Agong. Coincidence? I cannot. Wait, does that mean Sultan Kelantan plays Roblox?
Oh shit!
Maybe it does.
I need to read the tweet. Sultan Izzon Ismail of Johor has been installed as the 7th young Di-Pertuan Agong of Malaysia in the coronation ceremony held earlier this evening in the Istana Negara. Dia.log aku with a picture of all Roblox people in a very Roblox-like royal. What do you call it? A royal hall inside the Istana Negara, inside the National Castle of. Wow, they went that far. And also, I'm still.
Even the Twitter handle is like, it sounds so legit.
That's why.
I'm still reading the manifesto pamphlet. You know, it looks convincing until you read the names of the people. The people in the what you say in the list here, like.
The cabinet.
The cabinet, like the Prime Minister of Malaysia candidate is Tim Kitazawa. Deputy Prime Minister candidate, and also the Minister of Home Affairs, XX Iris, XX. Minister of Foreign Affairs, Overbrands 345.
How many people are in this server? I have to ask.
I've checked. It's almost 150.
Damn.
That's
I was
very.
gonna say this manifesto makes more sense than Passa's manifesto. So
That's why. That's why. I was shocked when I read it for such a. Wow, these kids are good. If these kids who are playing this doesn't get an A for Sejarah, what are you guys doing?
can we join this server and hope that this is the timeline where GM is the #1 media outlet in Malaysia?
No, this
Probably
is
the only media outlet.
no. This is what I'm going to propose. Back to the thing where I mentioned about the embedded. Daniel, I need you to be embedded into the Roblox Society of Malaysia and cover the whole thing and make an expose for the world to see.
Okay, here's my last post. This is their official website, Roblox Malaysia.
So if you need to find information of this very community is at rblx.my, my, roblox.my. Let me see. Connecting cultures through gaming, modern community. Oh god.
Hashtag healthy gaming.
Yeah,
Okay,
this is basically hashtag healthy gaming. Like people role playing political, real political structures in a video
They
game.
are proud members of the official RO Nation community, such as the UN, ASEAN, and much more.
There's an
Second largest
ASEAN.
Malaysian group.
It goes bigger than Malaysia. Seriously.
They are the second largest Malaysian group in Roblox, and we maintain healthy alliances with other equally unique Malaysian communities.
What are we opening? What sort of door that we have opened to see this revelation?
Can I be a member of the ASEAN community? Roblox.
I know Roblox community is very thriving, but not like this.
Wait. I said to my dad, if we ever get a chance to go to MDEC, anytime soon, we met like whoever one Zami or whatever, I will just come in. Hey, do you know that we have our own political stuff in Roblox? Do you want to see it? It's really fun.
Thinking of the headline now, the role-playing community of the government of Roblox Malaysia. The government Roblox Malaysia role-playing. how the Roblox
Finally.
community do a better job managing the country.
The Roblox Malaysian government is much better than our government. Hashtag not clickbait.
Boy. But kidding
That would be
aside,
great if we could interview Tim Kitazawa and like just get some quotes of him that sound more legit than
but you have to do like two flavors. No, one in character and one from a meta perspective, just to see how. I'm not sure if you're going to assume these are kids, because if these are really kids, I'm super impressed. This is role play to the max, man. I did not expect this level of role play from the Malaysian community.
This is so legit, dude. Oh my god.
My God. Seriously, we have to do a post podcast meeting and discuss about how we're going to tackle the Roblox issue. We did the Roblox coverage for gamermatters.com. Okay. So anything else?
Oh yeah. So other than discovering NBA Live the other day as well,
Come again?
and NBA Live, you know, the microtransactions game by 2K. Wait, this is not 2K. This is EA.
This is the EA one, right? Okay.
Yep. Like 20 ringgit from 200 a base, so that is basically 90% off. And actually, I haven't. It's by far the best basketball game since NBA Live 2008 on the PS2.
I mean, it has to. It's like, what, 20 years?
No, 30 years ago.
10 years, sorry.
No, because I did play NBA 2K, right? But it's still off, a bit off. They couple with that with the 2K microtransaction thing. But this one, but this one, the NBA Live, since there is no community at all, so EA didn't even bother with the microtransaction. So you're playing, guess, a $60 game. Full. You can unlock the customization via the game as well. Huh.
Okay.
So it's like I've seen the reviews for NBA Live, like people saying, "Oh, this is much bearable than 2K." But you have to know this is basically not a premier title anymore, not like NFL or FIFA. So it is for the price it is, right? Like like $5, $5 in US. It's not that bad. It's a good game. I can do the basket and the balls, the 3-pointers or whatever.
Interesting. Because I don't think people are talking about NBA Live that much.
That's right.
Interesting. You always pick the very peculiar games to cover.
Besides trash fire games, I also took the unknown games like NBA Live by this small indie company called Electronic Arts.
So this is not a trash fire then?
Nope. It's much better than 2K, the 2K iteration, 110%.
Okay, that's interesting.
Even the Ultimate Team is actually not that bad as well.
Oh no! Oh boy!
Oh yeah, but I will not go there because it's Ultimate Team. It's basically gambling, so I don't bother anyway.
No, don't spend on virtual athletes. Spend it on virtual JPEGs.
Just much better.
Oh, update. I have 5-star Nasi Lemak and Food Fantasy.
Nice.
Hmm.
Does it come with lobster?
I do not.
For 5 stars, it should be like the nasi lemak will be expensive, right? Does it come with lobster then?
No, unfortunately, lobster has its own thing. They added this new feature that made farming for her shards a lot easier. So I was just like, okay, guess I'm gonna 5-star her now. Be a good Malaysian.
You good Malaysian.
Speaking of gambling, though.
Alright.
Wait, if you have something else, go ahead.
No, nothing. That's all.
Let's move on. Then. To your point, Wam.
Speaking of gambling, I had this really funny moment because my brother and I would essentially roam around Japan together while my mom did like grown-up stuff.
Alright.
So we went to the arcade together, and then there was this one claw machine where the prize was the scout fly lamp from Monster Hunter.
Alright.
So I just fucking like went at it trying to get it. And then my brother just has this like look that he's had an epiphany. He goes, Agong, you have a gambling problem, don't you?
If only he listened to the podcast.
You noticed it.
I'm like, I'm glad you've realized this now. 600 yen later. But
how much for a pool? Or for a governor machine?
it was 100 yen per attempt.
Okay, so
That's
6.
like, isn't that like 4 ringgit?
Three
Yeah.
ringgit 60 cents something.
I just rounded up to 4 because
so that's basically 4 ringgit per pool.
Yeah, so I was like, if it weren't for the fact that we had to change our money before coming here, like I would go even harder on this machine.
Oh,
Came close though. We almost won it a few times, and then we didn't.
We have few more times. 600 yen later.
4 times just 24 ringgit.
Yeah, I was like, you don't know. Like I've spent like more than 50 ringgit on claw machines before. But yeah, I guess we're moving to the news then.
Yeah.
Yes.
And speaking of being clawed away, so apparently Souljaboy has been clawed away of his attempts to sell his game consoles. The evil has been vanquished.
Yay.
Wait, we have to get into this from the start. So, Game Awards, Souljaboy announces he's making his own console, quote unquote making, where he bought he's got a bunch of like Chinese knockoff consoles, essentially.
Yep.
I call it Chinesium consoles.
Yeah. And then he slapped his name on them. And people were like, hey, some of these are running like pirated Nintendo ROMs. Like, this ain't legal. And I don't remember his exact tweet. Is his tweet in the article that you linked here, Meck?
I'm not
Because
sure.
I had to boss up, didn't have a choice.
There was one before, like Nintendo can what up or something. It's like saying screw you Nintendo lah, basically.
That's the one. Yeah, he was essentially like, I'm not afraid of being sued. And then Souljaboy stopped selling consoles because he's being sued.
Oops.
Souljaboy did an oopsie.
Souljaboy did an oopsie. Fucky wacky. Oh, that's why he had to boss up. He didn't have a choice because lawyers were at his doorstep.
And do you
like?
There's one I forgot. There's one tweet. I will put it on the video later for video watchers later. But there's one image from Smash Ultimate. There's one Mii fighter called Souljaboy, one Mii fighter called Reggied, and 6 other Mii fighters called lawyer. Souljaboy gets ganked.
Oof.
Okay, I found the tweet of Souljaboy being all bossy about quote, I'm not scared of Nintendo or none of you nerds. Oh god damn it, I should censor that. I'm not scared of Nintendo or none of you nerds making YouTube videos. Eat a dick and thanks for the pre-promo. Nah, fuck this. Coming at me like this. Oh boy, there's gonna be a few censor words from there. This is a very choice of words, and yeah, he had to boss up later.
I wonder if it's still on his Twitter. I'm checking. Souljaboy.
Go check and we'll update later. So yeah, any last words for Souljaboy?
Why
Big
didn't he
oof.
call it
Big
oof?
Big
Why didn't
oopsie.
he call the Souljaboy console the Souljaboy? Stuff like what? The Souljaboy something?
At least the Game
I
Boy
mean, there's a
knockoff.
few of them.
Yeah, at least the Game Boy knockoff that he eventually did call as the Soulja Boy. like a Game Boy, right? The Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
That's the only brilliant thing about that, and that's still a copycat.
Oh, he also got into a car accident. Big
Yeah.
move.
Oh, that's Nintendo sending assassins.
I mean, we have no proof that it's not. I don't even think it's Nintendo Assassin. I think Reggie is just an Earthbender. We saw that clip of him fighting Iwata. It's those are Earthbender moves.
He knows.
He knows. Just glad that he has finally graced us for the opportunity to buy a Switch. Let's just be glad of that. Let's appreciate that moment.
He'll never bother us again.
Be humble to Reggie, even though you scream a lot about this.
Anyways,
let's move on.
Moving on. Other news headlines. Persona 5R tease. Details on new project coming in March. So people are saying, I'm hoping that it's Persona 5, like the golden edition, I guess, for Persona 5.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's also rumors that it might be coming to Switch, which I really hope so, because I do not have the time to sit down and play Persona 5 again, but I will gladly play the shit out of Persona 5 if it's handheld.
Well, it's not going to be.
Take Taba
Did thought I would get him.
Yoroshiku-nya. And someone else asked if it was Persona 5 Racing, which would be funny. Take your card.
Persona 5 Revenge.
Yeah.
Persona 5 Revenge.
So good.
Imagine a knockoff Burnout Revenge where instead is Persona 5R, Persona 5 Revenge. Edgy!
We had a great exchange on this on Twitter where it said the only car is the Mona bus because none of them can drive. And then the DLC, you get the Sojiro fuckmobile.
Good man Sojiro. So yeah. We'll hear about it in March. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Fallout 76. Yeah, this is your regular Fallout 76 update. Fallout 76 broke its nukes. They forgot to refresh the nuke codes after New Year's. So yeah, no more nukes, I guess. Question mark.
Y2K problems.
Y2K, yeah, exactly.
Someone is that.
I was going to say.
Alright, go ahead.
No, I was going to say it's the nuclear decontamination ending for Metal Gear Solid 5.
I was saying somewhere in Zanzibar land, Venom Snake is like, yeah, thank you.
Praise everything. Demo May Cry is coming to PS4.
And a new one too.
Oh, a new demo. I thought it was the same demo as before.
No. Apparently, the old demo, the demo that you went to Japan to play on Xbox One, that demo has, by the time of this recording, is not available on the Microsoft Store. But the good news is that they're going to put in a new Demo May Cry to the Xbox One and PS4 this time, February 7th.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Also,
in an interview, they've revealed a bunch of new stuff about Devil May Cry. Like, there's going to be hidden weapons. They cheekily said, they might add more playable characters if the fans respond well enough. Which I am taking this to mean that Virgil is secretly playable.
Please say so.
Because if there's one thing the whole fandom has agreed on, it's their love for Virgil. So come on, Itsuno.
Just put Virgil on a lifeline. Don't care. Just keep giving him somehow. Just give him plot armor to give him to make him alive, just so we can play Virgil.
Yeah. RE2 demo lets you play it once for 30 minutes only.
Yep, the one-shot demo. Explain in a
speed run time.
The speed run.
Hello?
Apparently, Yeah, apparently the demo is only time limited, but you can still die and respawn, which I don't know. I have to feel it because when I first saw the word one shot, I thought you only have one life and that's it. But yeah, it's a limited time demo. As in limited time, as in you have only 30 minutes of play time. After that, it won't be playable. You can only see the brand new trailer that will be coming to that demo.
Unless you have 2 accounts like me, so you have 1 hour.
Or you have a Steam account because it's on PC too. You
Ah, unlimited time.
I imagine that some people are already making fake accounts just to play RS2 demo.
Yep.
There you go.
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is not a Soulsborne game. That's basically this article's kind of clickbaity. What they're just saying is that it's got a lot of mechanical differences from Dark Souls and Bloodborne. And I think we talked about this when we got to play Sekiro, so I don't know how this is really news.
It's more like a lot of the intricacies are being detailed. Like now people are saying that you can pause the game. There's no online component, something like that. So this all the it's all of the minor details that are being actually spelled out this time. But yeah, a lot of the things that we mentioned in our last time talking about Sekiro, it was the episode where we go to the PlayStation lounge, play everything lounge. Sorry. Yeah, still holds true. So don't approach Sekiro as another Soulsborne game. That's the message there.
Yeah, that seems to be the big message here. Also, I mentioned this before we started the podcast. It feels great, like being one of the few people who played the game early. Like, it feels so good. The ego trip is amazing. Next we have Anan news. NVIDIA RTX GPUs coming to laptops, RTX 2060. This is Eldritch speak to me. So, Anan, decipher.
That's like a Blade Runner reference or something.
RTX. Oh yeah. At CES.
You put it here.
No, so basically this is announced at CES, which is happening at the week of the recording. So there are a lot of hardware news, and one of the news is that the new NVIDIA GPUs are finally coming to laptops, and there's also an affordable version of the same card you see released last year, which people are saying it's overpriced and probably overhyped, and there were a lot of issues that and I remember when we talked about the first RTX reveal, some of the stuff.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Overpriced. One of the reason they overpriced is they want to clear out the previous generation, so the 1000 series. To clear that out.
I actually remember that conversation. Yeah.
Like, okay, we price it very high so that you can buy the 1080, 1080 Ti, and the previous Titan. And then when all stocks done, they lower the price.
Okay. And I forgot about this. At least the new, more affordable version, the RTX 2060, is priced at $349 US, which is around what 1,000 something, right? In Malaysia ringgit.
And with tax, 1,500 at least.
At least. It's going to be a bit higher lah, of course.
At least.
And comparison, RTX 2080, I think goes like 5K something.
Too high. The thing is, the 2060, they will release in different version. Okay, so we have RTX, the ray tracing. Then next we'll have rumors said they will release a GTX version, so GTX 2060. No ray tracing, just Turing core. Generation. And then different memory. So we have the GDDR6, and then GDDR5X, GDDR5. So 3 different memory. Probably, and then 2 different variants. So the 2060 will be like a clusterfuck of naming convention.
Oh boy!
Imagine trying to buy a new PC in 2019.
So the $349 is probably the highest RRP. Probably like ranging $300 to $350 range probably. At least 280.
At least the thing that I walk back, the moral of the story that I got is, if you're going to buy a PC or upgrade a PC or thinking of a new gaming laptop, hold your horses. I think the latest of the RTX powered laptops will unveil its price at the end of January, so stay tuned. Relax first, then we'll make a decision. And then last of
Buy
the
1080 Ti, don't buy RTX. Unless you want that sweet ray tracing, which is useless for now. Just like these legs.
I'm curious about the 2060. That's it. Just need to see that. Okay, next.
And then Overwatch might be going free to play.
No.
Okay, you know how the rumors.
I mean, probably. I don't know how to feel about it, whether to be happy or not.
Wait, so where? Because there's no link here. So what's causing this rumor?
Let me. Okay, so basically, there was an analyst, a very famous / infamous analyst called Michael Pachter. He is a very known bull analyst that I think he still has a YouTube channel with his bull predictions. But somewhere, one of his 2019 predictions is that Overwatch is going free to play, along with some other more realistic predictions, and some of them are still outlandish. Like, this is the guy that said Elder Scrolls 6 is coming this year.
It was announced last year.
So yeah, this is basically just rumors and speculation. Just some analysts saying some stuff. So
so take it with a grain. Okay, wait, no, we have important Blizzard news. I just remembered. I forgot to put it in the docket. Fucking Imperius is in Hearts. I can die happy now.
After months of SE.
Oh, really?
Years. Literal years. Imperius was confirmed for Hearts.
Oh, God.
All they had to do was kill the game, and now Imperius is in.
Yeah, it is here.
Okay, so for context, Diablo 3 has this council of angels, right? So there's Tyrael, who is like your bro. Oriel, who's like, you meet her for like 10 seconds, but she's like, hey, you're cute, I'm gonna help you. I don't remember his name, but he's a fucking nerd. He's got a magic scroll. He doesn't do anything, so no one gives a shit about him. Malthael, who's like the boss of the expansion. And Imperius, who's not a villain, but he really doesn't like you. Like, he really doesn't like you. And there's a lot of really cool cutscenes of him. Like, he fights Diablo, and a lot of the stuff in the game is technically his fault. But, so when Hearts announced, like, oh, we're making a mobile with Blizzard characters, like, Tyrael is in the game. I was like, okay, yeah, of course, he's a pretty big character. And then Malthael, they added Malthael to the game. Like, okay, yeah, he's a boss. And I was like, oh, we're gonna add more angels to the game. I was like, oh shit, I can't wait for the spear-throwing, teleporting angels. We added Oriel to the game. What the fuck? What the fuck, Blizzard? And then, so the joke has been, like, when is Imperius coming to Hearts? Because we got fucking Mephisto and Deckard Cain before we got Imperius. But now he's been confirmed, so all is right in the world. And that's not our big news story. Our last big news story is developers of Project Cars are making a new game console. I defer to the dia.log racing committee.
Where do we start?
Should we talk about the developer that said that?
Okay, let's give the context first. Let's introduce the people to Slightly Mad Studios. So what an appropriate name now that you think about it. So yeah, this is the claim to fame is basically making Need for Speed Shift. Before this, there was this was the Splinter team from the Simin guys, right?
Yes, the second part.
The GTR guys. So they split it off, making Slightly Mad Studios. They have a racing sim pedigree. They made racing games. Need for Speed Shift 2. And then Project Cars and Project Cars 2.
Mm.
So that is their history. And now they want to make a console. It's
Mm.
it's weird how they announce it because it's just out of the blue and from Twitter. It's like some other ambitious businessman that tried to venture into the games console
yeah.
recently and just shut
So-
down.
Yeah, that's the problem. So I have a problem with this man himself, Ian Bell. He is the head of Sunny Mac Studios. And in the international racing community, he is very hated for a number of reasons. Because as they say for Need for Speed Shift and 2, the two Shift games are supposed to be sequels to Pro Street. Nope, scrap that. Let's do a real racing game. Okay. So for the it's even worse. For Shift 2, it was supposed to be like this very big campaign, like basically great, but Need for Speed version. Nah, we scrap that. It's all racing game. It's all cars only. It doesn't have even a
Does it even have a what?
career mode. Tak ada, because I think Shift 2 tak ada career mode kan, if I'm not mistaken.
it's
There's
more-
only like the GT3.
It's,
There's only the GT3 stuff.
it's more like we have it's like the Gran Turismo style of here are some of the championships here you can enter. It's not like
Yeah,
a career ladder.
Which is the basis of Project Cars. So sekarang. So basically, this guy is notorious. Is as I said to Wam like before the podcast. For racing games, he is the Randy Pitchford.
Brandy Pitch.
The Randy Pitchford of racing games.
A lot of promises.
Yeah.
A lot of big talk.
Supposedly, one more thing. Supposedly, Project Cars 1 and 2 should have VR support. Sampai sekarang tak ada.
only no, still no official support
No, not official, but all modded. So that means they can.
And then suddenly here comes them introducing the Mad Box 4K 60 FPS going to ship with free cross platform development engine for developers. No plan exclusive right now.
Mm-mm.
Weird. Oh, the weirdest. I still think the shadiest part of it is that they announce it via Twitter of all things, and just like some guy rambling. Oh, we have something to announce, and then basically it was announced like it's literally, if you do not know, it is basically just a tweet, and if they didn't go into like giving interview and stuff like that, you can take it as a shit post. Like some guy having this pie in the sky ambition, saying like good stuff that people wanted. We're not sure it is going to be real. This is not how you introduce a new console.
Right. And dia punya like what's it called, the design concept, it looks like someone just draw an M. No, the acronym SMS, and just printed it.
It's M for Madbox.
Yeah. I'm very like, I'm already skeptical because this guy is already like he promised like 5 or 6 games, which I haven't even mentioned, which got cancelled finally. So
I'm looking at a tweet, by the way, like, what is the Mad Box? It's the most powerful console ever built. It's literally mad. You want 4K, you want VR at 60 FPS, you want a full engine free to develop your games on it, you have it. Like, cool, dude. I'm gonna tweet about how I'm banging supermodels, and both these tweets have equal amounts of verification.
that's why.
That's not even verified, actually. I just realized.
He just made the account just to announce that.
He just made an account. That's why. That's even more shady.
Now,
Yeah.
you can see it from what we've seen. It should be okay because these guys are verified developers. They actually ship games. Maybe they can do these things.
Not consoles.
That's why.
I mean, I mean, the best thing that I could say from this situation is that he is more legible. No, he's more legit than Souljaboy. But that's because we have a shit show before that.
Souljaboy has a console though. That's the thing. We
Ah,
know the device exists. All Ian Bell has shown us is concept art, and anyone who does video games knows never trust concept art. Remember when the PS4 was supposed to be a ball, Project Orb or whatever? God, I just decided to check his Twitter. Like, this is insane.
Oh, he's
no,
like
not insane. Slightly mad.
No, I refuse to respect his branding. It's bonkers. It's
Matt.
God. The console looks like. Also, he mistook longkongs for potatoes, so he really cannot be trusted. Who sells
God,
potatoes wrapped in plastic? No one. You piece of shit.
He's in Singapore. You just wanted to DM him right so bad. Hi, can we get an exclusive interview with you? I'll come back to Singapore next month.
So
yeah.
just don't put any expectations with this. It's probably going to be either a terrible shit show like what we saw with the Souljaboy thing, or just a
Nah.
failed attempt at something. Hey, Steam failed at launching a console, so that can happen.
I'll do one better. It won't even exist. After give it a month or so, people forget about it.
Just a flash in the pan, just to test the waters, and poop. Don't trust them. I don't think that even Pikachu has potential.
Come on, just release Pikachu on Switch already, god damn it. You announced it last year. Come on.
Do they own the Fast and Furious IP to make games?
No.
Is it them?
Not anymore. It's still in Ghost.
Whatever then. I have no idea what is it. Sim racing people are pretty interesting. Just
yeah, really weird. They are the weirdest bunch, and I can tell because I am one.
Exactly. And on that note, we should end our first season 2 episode of dia.log, the Gamer Matters podcast. It's episode 23. If you still if you forgot what the count is, that's 23 episodes. And let's just move on to the social links promotion, starting with one.
Wait, no, we haven't done thumbnails.
The Mad Box. I want the Mad Box. Just pluck it there. Fake.
dia.log to electric boogaloo.
Yeah.
I cannot sigh further. Yeah.
Rempet Spyro. We need Rempet Spyro.
Roblox Malaysia.
Roblox should be
and
a star.
And we need to have the Bandersnatch decision thing at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah. What would be the two choices? What should it be?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Yes. Okay. Are done?
Yep. Sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
So yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Wamero. Give me money on Patreon. Also Patreon, Wamero, or Coffee if you don't want to make a monthly commitment. Uni's just started, so I'm still getting my life back together after being away in Japan for 2 weeks. Please give me money so I can afford Switch games because I want to get Pocket and Smash. And yeah, I guess that's all my shit. Daniel, go.
Alright, you can follow me on Twitter at Soliki. It's FL4KY_. And also a PSA to the anime fans. Please vote for Hanamaru for the Love Life Fourth Center. Please, she's a good girl. She's sponsored by PlayStation. Please do it for PlayStation and do it for Hanamaru. Anan?
Not today.
Not today as well.
Not today.
I don't care anyway.
Alright.
Anan will remain a dia.log exclusive if you to listen
Pure
and
exclusive.
watch. Yep, it's exclusive to here. And I am Amirul Micronos Ashraf, and I guess we managed to end the podcast just before the 1 hour and 40 minutes mark, which is a good progression. And that should explain why I try to fasten up some stuff. Alright, so there you go. That's dia.log, the Gaming Matters podcast. Thank you for listening in. And remember, #happy gaming. You can still play games and get benefit from them. Just know how to control your life. Have a good day.
壊したい大事そうに抱えた私を全部
So when going to do the Roblox meeting?